Well, welcome viewers. Once again, here we are, Monday, lovely afternoon, perfect. What do you think about the weather conditions, Barry?
Perfect day today, time for everything. Beach, walking, drinking, eating, it's a lovely day.
The humidity is just right for camera work.
Right, spot on there. Keep all those ugly places off away from my face here.
Yep, very good. Well, here we are, we're looking at something interesting. Barry picks his team of the 60s.
Team of the 60s.
Tell us about that.
That was 12 months ago, went up to Horsham and got offered to go up there and do a story, so I picked my team on the 60s and had no complaints.
So you just had the one page?
3 pages, Colin. I'll go and get the tape and show the viewers out there.
There we go. Live, this is live action right here.
Yeah.
Barry's getting the paper, digging it out.
The paper's getting a bit worn out, as a matter of fact. I better go and get it recharged. Here it is. Front page, here we are there. Team of the 60s. Turn over here. The back page. Peatling Pixies, what's it say there? Peatling Pixies what?
Pixies something.
Pixies Dance, yeah. No, Peatling selects his team.
Ah, okay.
So it's
yeah.
front, back,
Page.
here we go.
Inside wrap.
There we are out.
So this is not something you've just knocked up on your computer?
That is original copy.
So you haven't just knocked this up on your computer?
No, I didn't get you to
just sort of
photostat it. No, it was a pretty good coverage, I thought, for a
and this is team of the 60s just for Repugnant?
No, it's the whole Wimmera League.
The Wimmera League.
Team of the Wimmera for the times I was there in the 60s, for the 6 seasons while I was there. Well, there it is, a team there. You can sort of ask.
Now you made vice captain.
I made myself vice captain because I was probably the best player in the competition at the time.
What about Ian Morgan?
Ian Morgan for Repugnant, champion full forward.
He was pretty good, wasn't he?
Oh, they've got a lot of stars there. Charlie Two, another rover. Robert Dunlop from Repugnant. Morris Marks from Repugnant. A few of the mixed items from Repugnant.
Yep.
I mean, we shared the premierships from 60 to 66. Horsham and Repugnant shared the premiership. So, understandably, there's more players from Horsham and Repugnant in that side. And there was no complaints. I never got any. No one wrote to the paper in the Wimmera Mail Times, so I was either too frightened to ring up or too frightened I'd bash him.
Okay. So we're just going to talk now to Barry and we're going to ask her. Cricket season has arrived somewhat. We're just going to ask you about the Australian Test team.
Well, I'll give him my opinion. I think Ponting should automatically be dropped because he's had his great career. Has been fantastic. He's one of the best batsmen I've ever seen. And I think the last probably 10 tests, 12 tests, he's an average of about 15 or 20. And time to go, Rick, and leave with good memories. But
so when do you think he should go? Straight away?
He'll probably go after this test. He's 54 not out now at the moment, but I think he might even make 100. I don't think he'll save his career.
Do you think that they're playing New Zealand, right, in Brisbane, the next 2 tests in Brisbane and then in Hobart? Do you think he should finish in Hobart?
Well, they probably might do that too.
Because they're soft tests, New Zealand.
Well, they should.
You know.
I don't know whether those sentimental stuff's gone out at the door the last 10 years.
Yeah, but I reckon he's chalked up enough to say let's go
well,
out.
they always deserve. They think they. But after all the career, he's been playing for a very long time, Ricky. I remember when he first started, but they might. There's my little birds out there. Show the viewers I feed them. There's my darling magpies.
Magpies, there we go.
Very
That's
nice.
the noise in the background.
I like the little tune they play on their warbling. But I think Ricky will, well, I don't really do continental, but I do think they've got to bring in David Warner quick smart for the next test coming up in Australia.
You reckon they maybe
Got
should
to ground him
Philip Hughes.
Well, Shane Watson's got injured again. I'll say something about Shane Watson. He's probably...
Tell us about Shane. What do you think about Shane?
I reckon he's probably nearly the best all-rounder I've seen the last 50 years. You know that?
Do you
if
think
he wasn't injured, he didn't have so many injuries, he would have been well up.
You think he should be opening the batting?
Yes, I do. He can open the bat, he can open the bowling, he's a very good fieldsman, he's just a very, very good cricketer.
What worries me, is, and he even said it recently, he took 5 wickets and then went straight into bat and he went out pretty much immediately and he said that he was affected by the 5 wickets he just took.
Well, he might have just made that up. But I think he was
That's what he said.
Now, they can make stories up. Cricket, football, everybody can make stories up, but I don't think that wouldn't affect his batting, done it? he opens it one day and he goes open the bowl in the one-day cricket, so that doesn't affect him there. But
what about Philip Hughes?
They've got to stick with him, and I reckon well, Watson did. I don't think he'll be ready for next test in Brisbane. But they've got to get Philip Hughes and David Warner together, get them going together. Two young, up and coming, brilliant batsmen.
What about this? Get them two to open. Kawaja third, and then maybe like Shane Watson for come in. He has a little bit of a break.
Clark will probably come in. I reckon the fella comes down to about 5. Clark, I reckon. But this other thing about this Patrick Cummings, I've seen him last. He is going to be a superstar as well.
6 wickets.
He's taken 6.
Bowled 150.
And he terrorised. I watched him. He terrorised Jack Harless, and to do that for his first test, I mean that's extraordinary.
He was the best of the bowlers last night. So.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
So at least they got a nice something to look forward for the future for new opening bowl like Dennis Lee was back in 1971.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to talk now just briefly about Chelsea Football Club. The Seagulls have got some new imports. Tell us about them.
Yes, well, I was up the street yesterday. Actually, I was up the street in the hotel at Chelsea's hotel yesterday.
Talking to your sources.
Talking up there was
your spies. Yeah.
John O.
Can you reveal your sources?
Yeah, John O, big John O. He's been on the match committee the last couple of years with Chapel. Or last year he was on there, and he's telling me that I said, "Now where's the new recruits?" Because I said in my video last year, because John O is one of my biggest fans on YouTube, so he's telling me what he watched it up at the pub yesterday. He said they've got a nice big ruckman, another big tall backman, and a couple of fellows from Bond Beach, the Carpenters, but they've done the right thing. They've got a couple of big men. We need a nice big ruckman.
Yeah, they fix up the backman.
And they've got a nice big backman too. I met him yesterday in the pub.
So do you got the Carpenters? Who else?
And they got another fellow too, Tyson someone, but I think they're on the right track. As I said to Jono last year, I said all Chelsea needs next year, which is this year, is a big ruckman and a backman, and they've done that, so look out.
So who's out of the team?
Well, Johnson's gone, and Dunsworth apparently he's going to hang. He's retired, he reckons, and he wants to stay around and help Chelsea out with a committee or something, but I don't know. But Johnson's gone, but no one else is gone.
Okay.
So I think they'll...
so with the new recruits?
Well, I think I might have something to say that in another few weeks' time when they start training in December the 2nd, apparently, over the road.
Well, that's only like a week's time, a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, it is a week, yeah, that's all. So they're... well, they've got to get themselves primed up, and cause I think they'll be in for a bumper season, because they've got to get someone that can get up there and this other... I met the new assistant coach to Chapel too, Brad. He used to play for Chelsea many years ago. He's a good friend of Chapel's, and he's got a bit of a knockabout fella too, and he's been under coaching of with Shannon Grant and Brett Lovett. He's I mean, they were two...
couple of big names there.
Yeah, and he's coached Keysbar, and he's been around, and he looks alright. He's a...
So we've got a few hot tips and a bit of selection news for the Chelsea Football Club.
Well, I'll update that in a few weeks' time.
A
couple of weeks' time, and I might go and have a look at them training and see what... I got a pretty good eye for football. It's kind of like New Zealand tells they can run or kick or whatever,
got the skills.
Walk properly, whatever.
Yeah.
Skills, yeah. But I think they're on the right track.
Yep. Now, just very briefly, after this little section here, you're going to have a young fellow of yours who may be
my
doing
grandson, yeah.
Okay, so we got that's just something a little bit different. Just
bit of singing and bit of dancing. He's very clever. He's only about 3.5, and
so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, stay tuned, because it'll be on straight after this, and you'll get a bit of laugh and a bit of look around. He's a bit of a character.
A progeny of
got a lot of moves. He jumps up and down.
Okay, we look forward to that.
Rock and roll.
We'll see that straight after this. So that's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Declan's going to sing another song for everybody. What are you going to sing, Declan?
Nothing.
Nothing? What about AC/DC? Come on, and dance too. Give us a dance, come on.
I can't believe that worked.
Come on, dance.
ABC. Next time I wanna sing with you.
Yeah, come on.
Baba, twinkle little star, up higher is you, and over our town. Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Shake it, come on, shake it.
Shake it down.
Jump up. Come on.
Dragon!
There we go. That's it. Keep going. Pretty good, eh? Come on.
Thanks everybody.
Thanks everybody.
Thanks everybody. Woo!
Say bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye. That's all.